Alright, this is first episode of my series. This is Sketcher, and today I'll be making a game. It's similar to Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands series. Now, I'm just a team of one, and I have no money to spend on this project, so it's not going to be as big budget and high quality as the version Ubisoft made. But I'm hoping to fix a lot of the bugs I found in their game, and overall make it a good experience. So let's just set up some folders here. We'll need a scripts folder. We're going to need a scenes folder and a sprites folder. We're also going to need models folder. I think that should be everything. So now I'm just going to save the scene in the scenes folder. I'm just going to call this test. So we have test scene, so we can do whatever we want in here. It's not going to matter. Okay, so first I'm going to bring in where is it? Not there. Oh, right here, secret outside of it. I see it. Alright, these are all the files I'm thinking we're gonna need in the end. So I'll put these in here. I should have a link in the description for you to download all these files. If not, you can go through and get these files. These middle ones don't matter. It's just something that Unity generates when you bring it into the thing. So these files here, which you can see them, these are all just PNG files, and you can just find ones similar to these on the internet. I just have an M1911, an M9, M4A1, a SPAS 12, Beretta M82, a grenade, sound icon, and also a mute icon, which I'm going to use for the suppressor. You could use whatever you want for that. Also, this is what I'm using for C4. I have a Mag 10 shotgun, a health pack, and two different crosshair things. So this is the crosshair. It has, you can see that general outline. This is a circle. It's going to go into the middle of the crosshair, and the goal in the end is to get to move around inside this circle. So that way, the more accurate you are, the less it moves around, and the less accurate you are, the more it moves around. Also, with automatic weapons, it'll move around a lot more. So we'll have that in there, and they'll play a factor into accuracy. Here, I've already started to make this thing, so I'm just gonna drag this in here so you guys can see the sort of end result we're going for here. You see, these are all of the right here. This is all this. Well, actually, hold on. All of this stuff will be modified. We'll have different specs, and you can have different attachments that will change these, and depending on the gun, it will do it. So this is the M1911 version, which is the first gun we'll make, and then we'll make more. Probably do the M4A1 after that. So that we'll have assault rifle and a pistol, and we're gonna make the Beretta M8. I think it was the M82 is what it is. Let's see here. Yeah, M82. That's the sniper rifle, and we'll have an assault rifle, a sniper rifle, and then a pistol, and then I'll probably make the Mag 12, the SPAS, or what is that a Mag 12? Or Mag 10, Mag 10 and SPAS 12. Make those just shotguns, and then the M9. I don't know. I guess I don't really know what order, but make all of those. We have to make models for them and classes. But once we do that, we will have it switch out all of them, and it's gonna be like in Ghost Recon Wildlands. You can have two primary weapons, so like a sniper rifle, an assault rifle, and then you can have one pistol. And I'm also probably gonna add Uzis and stuff like that, which will take the place of the pistol. All right. So, first I'm press Control 9. I'm going to the Asset Store, and you can just search for Text Mesh Pro, because this is just a text that is free. I've already downloaded it, so I just have to import it. But it's a lot nicer than Unity's default text. So we'll do that. Make sure all this is selected. If you don't know for sure, just click the All button, then import. just gonna take a minute. Oh, also another thing I should mention is that I plan to do this whole series unedited. I do have, you know, basic editing software, which is just like the Windows thing, but I like it when videos are completely unedited, so you can see every step of the process and learn how to do it. Because if you miss anything or forget to explain something, let's just look at the video and see how I do it, and then do it yourself. So that way you don't have to rely on me, because I am not very good at this. Also, this is my layout. This is not the default Unity layout. I'll have my game window and animation window down here, which is this. And we have the scene and the animator, which this is where our animator controller will open and start making animations. Over here is my hierarchy, and in my project view, this is all the files I need. This is all the files in the scene. And over here's the inspector, and if I click on something, you could change the values over here. Alright, now also I put this on 16:9, which so then we're going to do. Alright, so now I'm going to create a UI. We're going to probably have image first, and then I'm going to click 2D on this and press F so I can go select my image, make sure this is in here. First, actually, we're going to make the canvas scaler. Scale with screen size. I'm going to change this to 1920 by 1080 because that way it's going to look high resolution no matter what scale it is. Unless it's higher than 1080p, which it might not look as good, but I don't really know how many people will play this low budget game on something higher than 1080p. So, okay, I'm thinking this will be our mini map, and I'm gonna put it in the bottom left corner. I'm actually, let's try to get this here. Let's see. Boom, and I have this selected, which is best for 2D stuff. I'm gonna make it in the corner, and I'm gonna move it 5 away, which should be negative 905. 945, 905. Yep, but that's not good. So 900. That could work. And then 10 up here, which I'll just change this to 7, like that. And I can just bring this out. I don't know how big I'm thinking I'm gonna want it. You can see the whole canvas here, so maybe 250 by 250. That could work. Although I'm thinking I might bring this out a little bit more, like that. Okay. Maybe a little bigger, so like 275 by 275. Okay, and then change this to that to an 8. Oh, if that was 0 like that, it'd be 3.8. There we go. That might be too much, so I'll add that there. Make that a 9. Okay, and this will be our mini map. Now right click UI slider, and this is going to be, oh, and to rename it, I'm just pressing F2. This is the health bar. Actually, don't want that child in the main menu, I want a child in the canvas. Don't need the handle slider because that's going to be controlled by a script. Fill area here. Then I want to make sure it goes to both ends. Then we change the fill to 0, and then we're going to take the source image and put it at none so it's square. This is optional. It's just what I'm going for here. So none, right? Okay, and now this we can move it up above here. There we go. Can't see it now, so the background, we're gonna make this a dark green. And the fill is going to be a brighter green. There, I'm going to change this to be 100, and we want it to be 50. It's halfway full. You can see it down there. And you could do this too and zoom in, and scroll over to here. Might not be noticeable enough, so could you just up a bit? That could look good. Alright, hold on. Okay. We're gonna go to S. Oh, not favorite. Assets here. And we're gonna want to. Actually, hold on. Let me just keep making. Actually, here. We're gonna want to go sprites and click the top one. Shift click the bottom one. Texture type. Okay, there. It probably won't say that when you do it, so it'll probably say default or something. Just click sprite 2D and UI. Go down and click apply. And then now I can use all these in here. So I'm gonna go UI. I probably want to create a panel. It's going to be completely transparent. I'm just going to use this for organization. Screw that M1911 panel. And in here we'll have a image. And come on, man. Just there we go. This bottom corner here, and it's going to be. I'm thinking the grenade. Grenade. That looks like a good size too. I'm gonna want to make it. Does it have the size? That's weird. Maybe I'm missing something. Right there. Image, that's an image. It should be an image. Hold on. Image. Width and height. There it is. No. Grenade. Okay, yeah. And bottom left corner. Make it 125 at 125. And reposition it. Okay, that looks good. Now go to name this and call it grenade. Although, okay, it's actually not child of the panel, which is good because we don't want that. No, actually, here, go click on that. Right click, UI, Text Mesh Pro text. Now, line this up right next to it. Make a line to the top and bottom. I'm going to put 4x. That's the goal for how much we'll probably have in the end. And change it to black. Get this up so it's going to be right aligned and in the center. I want to change this. I'm going to get a palette. This seems good. Yeah, I will do this. I don't think we'll ever have more than 4. In fact, at the start, you might only want 2. Something like that looks good. I'm just going to duplicate this and move it to the left, like that. And this is going to be called Health Packs. And first, we're going to change this image to be. Where is it? Health pack. Just like that. Let me actually click on this to see where it is. Okay. That should be both lined up there. Doesn't matter too much though. Now this M19 panel, we're going to right click on that. Go to UI image. I'm going to change the image to be pistol.m1911 and make this maybe 250, 300 by 300. that works. Just put it like here. Actually, it could go all the way down like that. And we're going to click on that, UI, text, let's go text. We're going to want to align this where we want it. Change the font to black first off. And hold on, let me get my notes here. Oh, okay. I've gotten all of this information from the Wikipedia pages for this gun. And basically, the standard clip in it has 7 rounds. So we're going to do 7. If you want to do that, just shift and then press the key under backspace. I think it's like a backslash. And then we're going to do 50. 7 doesn't even go into 50, but I'm thinking of how to do an upgrade system. It'll be 50, and then you can get more ammo, which is 100, and then more ammo, which is 150. So 7, and then a clip, and then 15 reserves. So we're going to change this font size to maybe 60. That seems too big. 50, that works. Now I'm thinking center to the right. No, center seems good, but I might line it to the top, which is where it's at right now. Middle, top, middle, bottom. Why is it going backwards? Is the real question. Okay, top, middle, bottom. I'm thinking just bottom looks good. Okay, and now we have our panel, and if we uncheck this box, you should see the whole gun stuff goes away. And same with the grenade and the health pack. Okay, now we're going to want to click on the grenade, Control D, rename it to say C4, and change the image to be throwable.c4. And then we're just going to deactivate that for now. And I'm actually going to realign this order like that just because it looks nicer to me. So the idea is that when you press a button, it will activate the C4 and deactivate the grenade. So instead of having grenades equipped, we'll have C4 equipped. But right now, it's going to leave it like that. Okay. On to duplicate this panel, and I'm going to call it M4A1 panel. Okay, now this image is going to be the assault rifle.m4a1 image. Preserve aspect. That, although this is reversed, which is not what I want. So here, I'm going to do this. I have Fire Alpaca, which you can download on the internet for free. I'm going to open Secret Ops Assault Rifle M4A1, and then create a new layer on top of this bucket, fill that in, and then delete that. There we go. Now you have a black outline. Then I can file, save, make sure it's transparent, click OK. Now I should be able to close out of here, go back into Unity, and it might be there now. Actually, I think I did the wrong thing. I actually want to delete that. And then I think I got it from my pictures, which not where I wanted it to be. Secret Ops Assault Rifle M4A1. Okay, now I can drag that into there like that. Change the texture type to straight 2D and UI. Click apply. But right now it's not looking very good. Don't know why. Okay. Actually, here I'm gonna want to uncheck that. M4A1 panel, the image here. Preserve aspect. So I'm gonna want to make that a little bit bigger looking though. think that looks good. Now we're gonna want to change this text position. Does that look good? I think I'll have it lined up at the bottom-ish, just like that. And then let me go to my notes and look at the M4A1, and the clip has a 30 round clip. So it'll be 30 out of, maybe I'll do 100 for the assault rifles, and they'll go up to 150. It'll be 100, 175, 050. That's what I meant, not 150. Okay. So now should be able to deactivate the M4A1 panel. Alright, I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to activate this one, and I'm going to call it M82 panel. And I don't know the rules on this completely, but I'm not going to use the names of the actual weapons in here, like the manufacturer's names. So I should probably actually take out the Beretta in here. So it says M82. There we go. Okay, now this M82 panel, we're going to want to have the image be, instead of the assault rifle, it's going to be sniper rifle M82. That is backwards, which is not what I want. So I'm going to go to File Alpaca again, and I'm going to go File, Open. I'm actually going to go to my OneDrive because that's where I have this saved. Wait, no, I don't. I have it in Documents and YouTube. Here we go. Assets, Sprites, and M82. Okay. Whoops. Here we go. So we're just gonna want to go Edit, Flip Horizontal, Control S to save, and then click OK. X out of this. Go back into here, and you can see it's already there, but we're going to need to change the size of this. Then reset to this text where we want it. Right there, looks good. And M82 has a, let's see, 10 round magazine. 10, we'll maybe do 30 for the sniper. And I'm thinking it'll go up to 150 total. It's probably more than 11 needs sniping, to be honest, but okay. And then you can see, deactivate that, it's all gone. Now we're going to duplicate that. Duplicate, activate this. And I'm thinking I'll have one of the shotguns. I don't know which one though. Alright, let's just go for the Mag 10 panel. Here we go. And the image is going to be of shotgun.mag 10. And we're going to need to resize this. Like that, and then also change where the text is. That looks good. And the Mag 10, yeah, 2 rounds, and maybe we'll have 50 total for this. Okay, and I should be able to deactivate that. And we're going to reactivate this M1911 panel, because this is the gun we're going to make first. So, let's see here. Okay, I think now we're going to want to create our script. So create C# script. I'm going to call this M1911 functions. No spaces. And open that up in Visual Studio because it's my preference. You could put it whatever color software you want. Okay, now I'm going to yeah, I don't think we actually need any of this. do need that. Okay. Make sure to save all the time. Trust me, it will save you a lot. Now we're going to put using Unity Engine UI. I don't know if we're going to need this stuff and this, but just in case. Unity Engine. No, actually, we don't need that. We're gonna Pro. That way you can use a text mesh. Okay, now we're gonna need to create an int for our damage, and we're going to create an int for our accuracy. Is that how you spell it? I don't know. Int for handling. Oh. Then an int for the range. And an int for our noise radius, which is the radius around your character in which they'll be able to hear you. So basically just create an invisible sphere around your character, and if the enemy is in that circle, they can hear your gun being fired and they'll come to investigate the sound. Right, and we'll create a bool for is suppressed. If you don't know how to spell it, it's 2 P's and 2 S's. Well, I think 3 S's total, but 2 in a row. Okay, and then we also want to create an int for how much ammo is in the clip, because that will be changed later, because you can pick up clips that have more ammo reserves in them. Also create an ammo for the ammo reserves, which is the ammo that's not in the clip, obviously. So, okay, we also want to create a for now, I'll just make it public. Later on, we'll have it change all the names of it, and it'll find it. But for now, it'll just be a public text mesh pro UGI, and we'll call that ammo text. Okay. Oh, and we're also here. I probably should have done this before for all of them. Before I made all the copies, and now it's gonna be a real pain to do it. But basically, we're gonna want to create another image and put it next to there, and it's going to have this is actually going to be rotated 180 degrees. That's not right. Like that. So I think that looks nicer as all. And we put it like right there maybe. And then we're going to want to duplicate that. And instead of view icon, we're going to want to put the sound icon for this one. And now in our Visual Studio, we're going to have to create public image. And again, we'll customize the names later. Presser. Hold on, we'll call one of them. Maybe we'll do simple names here, like Y for yes, and then suppressor image, and then another new public image for N, which is no suppressor image, like that. Okay, and we're going to want to create the void awake function. Actually, no. We'll want to instead make our custom a custom one, and actually we're going to want to create. Yeah, here we go. So custom, we'll probably call it stat set. Okay. And then we'll want to say. First, we're going to want to put the ones that don't change. You could put them up here, but I like it to keep it nice looking. And we might need to change them later as well, using scripts like the accuracy. We'll want to change that later too. But for now, we're just going to have it at a base value of 50 for this gun. Like that. And the range, we're going to have that set to be 125. And, well, no, we don't want, okay. Yeah, no, I'm thinking we're actually probably going to want to set all of this up there. I mean, we could work it out, but it's better not to, I think. So just have accuracy set to 50, range to 125. And again, these, well, like the range value, it's on the wiki it says 100, but since it's a game, I put a little bit lean on it. It's 125, and this is in meters because it's like in Ghost Recon Wildlands. It's a military-based game, and in the military they use the metric system. So I'll probably end up having a option in the menu for imperial versus metric, but for now we're just gonna have this here. Okay, and then we're gonna have ammo clip at the start be 7, and ammo reserve we're gonna have set to 50. Alright, now in our stats set, we're gonna wanna see if it is suppressed. If there's a suppressor equipped, then damage is 10, because damage would be less with the suppressor. Also, your handling is lower, which would be 75, and the noise radius is lower, which is 10. Then, if there isn't a suppressor, you'll have a damage of 15, and you'll have a handling of 85, but the noise radius is a lot higher at 50. And again, noise radius is in meters. So, if there's an enemy within 10 meters, it'll be heard if there's a suppressor, and if not, it has to be within 50 meters. These stats here. And we're going to create probably, what do you call it? A slider, which should just function as, you know, like a progress bar or whatever, to show the damage on max, which will be probably 100. And they will have how noisy it is to show, and you know, those things could change. So we'll have that later, because we don't want the game to be based on values. It should be more fluid experience. So okay, so now we're gonna want to have our void fixed update. Always use fixed update over just update, because fixed update isn't dependent on your FPS to run. So if is suppressed, then yeah, suppressor image is true, and no suppressor image is false. So if you do have a suppressor, then that has to be like that. Oh, dot enabled. So basically, it will make it so you can see it enabled. And then I have an else statement. So basically, if it's not suppressed, then yes, suppressor image dot enabled is false, and then your no suppressor image dot enabled is true. Okay. I'm thinking here we'll set our ammo text dot text is equal to ammo in clip, and then plus that thing. Okay, plus ammo in, no, it's just ammo reserves. Not ammo reserves. Okay. And now, well, I mean, okay. I want to say something is that when you're doing this yourself, you'll probably want to do frequent checks to make sure stuff is working in the game. But since I've already done this before and I'm just looking at my reference code up here, I'm just going through and typing everything out and explaining it as I do it. So now we're gonna add the reloading function. So if input dot get key down key code dot r, then we'll take the ammo reserves minus equals to 7 minus the ammo and clip. So this will make it so that you have that video game function where if you have 3 bullets in your clip left, then you'll only take 4 out of your reserves to put in your clip, so you have a total of 7 again. So if you think about it, you have there's 7 ammo minus the 3 in your clip, which is 4. So we need to take 4 away from the reserves, and then we'll just set the ammo and clip equal to 7, like that. And that's your reloading function. And then we're going to have, since I want to only be able to shoot if you're aiming in, because I don't want to have hip fire, it'll be if input dot get key. You can also use get mouse, but I don't like using that. It'll be key code dot mouse 0, or no, mouse 1 is right click, and it tells you right there. Then if you also, if input dot get key down, since this is a gun that has, it's a semi-automatic weapon, means you have to press it down every time you fire it. So you use get key down, so you can't hold it and just keep firing. Then we'll do key code dot mouse 0, which is the left click. Okay, and ammo and clip isn't equal to 0. Then fire. We'll create a fire function to call. I'll just do that right now so it doesn't show the error. Void fire, like that. Okay, and also when you're aiming in, I want to check to see if you press Q, which is the button I'm going to use to check if you're suppressed. If you're suppressed rather. So is suppressed is equal to not is suppressed, which basically will just create a loop. So if you have your suppressor equipped and you press Q, it will have it unequipped. If you have it unequipped and you press Q, it will have it equipped. Just like that. And also here, actually, this is a new system we're doing here. We'll also want to check, call the stats set. We call that. Oh, also we're going to want to create an awake function and call that in the awake function. Stat set, just like that, and then it will check again. So it'll change the suppressor and it will check the stats. So we'll change the stats then, so that when you're done here, we're going to fire. So whenever you fire, you want to take your ammo and clip, -1, which is shorthand for minus is a shorthand for -1, and then we'll make array, and I'm just going to call it bullet, and this is equal to a new array, and we're going to have it come from the camera, and we're going to have it in the main camera. So you just do camera.main, and then we're going to do transform.position. Okay, and the direction will be camera.main.transform.forward. Oh, it's because I put a comma. Period. So transform.forward. Just like that. And yeah, that's all. Okay, now we're going to want to do array cast hit, and then an array, I'm going to call it bullet hits, and really it only has 1 in there ever, but it's the only way I can figure out how to do this. There's probably a better way, but I don't know it. So array cast all, and then we're going to use our bullet array, and for the max range should be our range variable we made earlier, and then we'll check if bullet hits 0, which is the first one, dot transform dot game object dot tag is equal to enemy. We'll have to create an enemy tag for this as well. Then we're going to do bullet hits 0 dot transform dot game object dot get component, and we're gonna get the enemy functions script from them, and make sure to put parentheses. We're going to send message do damage, which is the void we're going to make later in the enemy functions because we haven't made yet. We're going to do our damage variable, just like that. So now, so we can get rid of the error, I'm going to go to Unity and create C# script enemy functions. Make sure it's spelled the exact same way you spelt it in the script. And I'm actually going to change this for later so I remember. Always want to do this. Okay, just like this. And then I want to make sure this is public void do damage, exactly how you spelled it in the other scripts. And in here we want to take in an int damage amount, and make sure you create your int health, and that is equal to 100 at the start. Okay, and we're going to want to do health minus equal to damage amount, just like that. So now we should have this all set up. Oh yeah, we need to create our crosshair in here. So we'll take our canvas and create a UI image. That should be centered, but just in case, I want to make sure here. Just like that. Okay, and I'm going to put the crosshair image there. Not that big. Oh god. Just 125 by 125 maybe. Yeah, okay, I could see that. And then in that image, we want to create the image for the crosshair circle. And I haven't cut off the sides of this yet, but that's simple enough. We'll just do it. For now, we'll create it, make it 100 by 100. No, 25 by 25. 10 by 10. That seems good. Maybe a little bit too small, but we can deal with that later. For now, we just want to make sure we have it there. Make sure that's in the center of the screen. Also, we're going to make sure to save the scene often. Okay. Okay. Here, I'll show you this. This as all of these, which I don't care about. I typically just turn that thing, click that, so it turns off the warnings. So that way I only get the debug logs and the error message, which the error message is you can't play, and the debug.logs, which will help you obviously debug the game. So we have that in there now. Now I'm going to want to get out of 2D mode. I'm going to want to click the main camera. And now 3D object cube, and I'm just going to drag it along this blue line a little bit so that you can see it like that. Tag, add tag, plus enemy. Save. Go back to this cube. I'm going to call it enemy. Actually, don't want it to be a main child of the camera. Make sure it's tagged as enemy, and put the enemy function script on it. Close all these things down so it just shows that. Okay. Now I think that should be good. I don't know though. I guess we could Control P, play, and see if it works. So make sure to hold right click and then click. Click a couple times so just all the damage to do. Alright. We didn't actually set a function in here. So the enemy functions in our fixed update, we want to say if health is less than or equal to 0, destroy game object. Just like that. So now go back to Unity and play. Now right click, left click, left click, left click. We're holding right down left or right click, left click, launch. It doesn't seem like it's working though. Alright, we didn't put the actual function script on anything. We're gonna put this on a gun later, but for now, okay. No. need to put text in there, the first image, second image, those are suppressor images, and I might be wrong on that. You can, click on and press F to select it, look at them. For now, we're just gonna do this, and now we have the script in there. You can see it's like that. So right click, 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 click. There you go, it disappears, which means it's good, and then we killed it. So, later on we can add particle effects, and obviously have the enemy model die, all those things. But for now, we're just having it destroyed. Okay. Hold on, I'll be back with a quick break. Alright, just gotta drink of water. So for now, since I don't have the character model I'm gonna use, I have Adobe FuseCC beta version, and you can get this for free. Just have to download Adobe Creative Cloud, then you can try it. Okay, actually this doesn't seem like it wants to launch. I don't know. Just trying to close down all this Adobe stuff. Okay, now I'm gonna try opening it, maybe. Huh. There it is. I think it just closed down. Don't know what's going on with it. Delete everything Adobe, so I can force close that down. Right click, maybe try run as administrator. Get permissions here. It's right there. And it's gone. Well, let's go show you how to make a character, but I'm just going to use my old character. It's a pretty simple process to go through. Just select the things you want, then you have it. So 3D models right here is the character. So I'm just going to drag this into Unity models. So on the models we have this. Drag this into the scene. Press F to zoom in on him. Alright, where's the main camera at? Okay. We're going to want to pull the character back. So, okay, yes. We want to make the camera like this. Maybe I want it to be to the right a little bit. So, I have right shoulder sort of view. Apparently, that's what's popular these days. So make it a child of the secret ops. Also going to create a 3D object cube. Okay. Scale this down a bunch. Move it along the arm to the hand. And we're gonna want to scale it down more. And we're gonna start out want it to make it look like a gun. Since I don't have the gun model yet, I'm just gonna use this as a placeholder. Obviously, this is not permanent, but we're going to do it for now. And I'm just going to call this M1911. And I'm going to put the M1911 script on here so I can take it off of the camera. And I'm actually going to want to attach this, go through the rig here. Right shoulder, right arm. Start the hand right here. So right forearm, right hand. Make it a child of the hand, so that way if the arm moves somewhere, the gun will move with it, so it stays in the hand. And actually make sure that's selected. The ammo text. Okay, actually, since I didn't name them yet, I'm gonna have to go through here. That should be that right there. And then the first one's suppressor image, yes. Suppressor image, no. I think this first one is suppressor image, no. So let's see. What let me click on the gun. Let's pressure image no is the first one, so actually image 1 and then image 2 is yes, which means so close that like there, so I don't see that. Let's try to keep that in mind. Let's save this, and now we can click play. Right click, hold right click, press Q. Yep, there you go. No, it has no suppressor. No, or it has a suppressor. Shoot. There you go. Okay. So wait, is that right? It should start without suppressor. It should be a noise icon, which is wrong. Suppressed. Okay, maybe I did that backwards. It's pretty confusing to me. So if it is suppressed, to have the mute icon. Should be the first one, I think. Okay, I guess I didn't think about this too much. Okay, let me try clicking on it over here. Let me see. Sound icon. So if it has, this is no suppressor. That's image number 2. So let's see, image number 2 is no suppressor. Okay, good. I finally figured that out. Okay, we're gonna want to create a script. Create C# script for player functions. Okay. Why did I do that? Player functions. There we go. Boom. 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 And this would be. Oh gosh dang it. Fixed update and the wait functions. Okay, and for now I'm just going to create a quick movement void movement. There we go, just like this. Oops, not like that. Okay, there we go now. So we're going to create a float move vertical, and that's equal to input dot get axis vertical float move horizontal is equal to input dot get axis horizontal. Oh yeah, also I should probably tell you, if your icon's just looking like that, you press insert. You don't want to use that like that, because then it will start deleting things whenever you type things, which is bad. Okay. So I'm thinking we'll have a system where if you're standing still, you can move in all directions. But if you're moving forward, you have to rotate to go left and right. So let's see, we'll transform dot translate. I know it's along the z-axis. Oh, here we go. Also, we're gonna want to do times time dot delta time on both of these, so we don't have to do it over there. And then also we're gonna want to create a int move speed. I found for me 5 works as a fast like sprint speed, and then int turn speed, and that's going to have to be 125. And then we'll just put move vertical down here times your move speed. Now if move vertical is not equal to 0, then that means we're moving, which means we want to do transform dot rotate 0. Let's go along the y to go left and right. Then we move horizontal times turn speed, and 0 for that. Then we'll just say else. Actually, we don't need parentheses because we'll just do transform dot translate. And if Y, I know Y is up and down, and Z is forward, so that means that X must be left and right, so to move horizontal times move speed, and then 0 and 0 for the other values. And there we go. So, hold on. Oh yeah, okay. I think we have everything. Now we just have to put this script on the player. So click on player, drag the player function script over here, and now I should be able to click play. And you're going to want to look at the scene view, which is a top view up here, because down here I'm not going to notice much. Well, I guess if you have relation to the cube here. So when we move forward, we rotate left and right. If we're not moving, we can go just left, just like this. So that way when you're standing still, you can strafe left and right and backwards. But if you're moving forward, there's no strafing. You're just going to rotate while you turn. Because that's typically how games control. If you ever played like GTA or Ghost Recon Wildlands, which is what I'm heavily basing this off of, then you'll notice that. So there we go. Here, actually, I'm gonna do this real quick, so we can test this out. If you so where the crosshairs, hold right click and click. Fire deploy. I don't for sure how this is gonna work out for me, but it should be pretty good. There you go. Yeah, so you can go from any angle and shoot the cube, and it'll still get hit. No, I was thinking about maybe we could put a health bar over it for testing right now, but I don't know. It seems sort of impractical and unnecessary. So, oh, actually, we never tested out the reloading. So I'm gonna want to shoot away from this a bunch, and then no, 0 bullets. If I try to shoot the cube, if I can't kill it, if I press R, reloads my gun. Now I want to shoot just 2 bullets and see if it takes away 2 when I press R. Yep. 3. Okay, yep. Now I can shoot it all I want and kill it. There we go. Also, these arrows are just because the cube is gone, so there's nothing for it to actually shoot at. So, okay. I think we're good for now. Alright, I don't think I'm going to leave the episode here then. This has been episode 1. If you guys like the series, please leave me a like. Subscribe to my channel. I'm brand new here. This should be my first video up, so hope you all liked it. And this is ZSketcher, signing off. Oh, that sounds weird. I think I need a better outro.